Hello. As you know, we're all set for Japan. We've been really excited about it. We've been planning it at least a year. But here we are in the middle of an emerging pandemic and we don't know what to do.
No, we really don't. No, I mean, as Faye says, planned ages ago to go to Japan, and we booked the flights. It was probably about last September, October, and we're going Korean Air.
Yes.
And today, the count of people infected with coronavirus in Korea has gone up to 1,700. There's been an incident already where a steward on a Korean Air plane has been found to have coronavirus. So we're not exactly keen, are we?
Obviously, it being their national airline, they will want to stop off in Seoul and then proceed on to Japan, and that's how we got the cheaper price, because it is a stop and it's a layover, a very small layover.
Exactly, about 2 hours, isn't it? But 2 hours is long enough in an airport where there's people that are infected, possibly.
Well, there's also getting the flight from there to Japan and then the flight home from South Korea with lots of people from South Korea that may or may not be infected. No offence to South Koreans.
No, exactly.
I mean, the whole world is being affected, as you know.
It is, but South Korea seems to be being affected a little quicker at the moment due to this
mass funeral situation.
They did, yes. I read today there's 210,000 people being tested, and what proportion of those have got it? So our choice, I think, really is to cancel that flight, which there is a penalty of about 38%, so that's quite a significant amount.
Yes.
And basically try and get a direct flight to Japan, but they're a lot more expensive.
Not too bad right now, are they? Because of no one wants to fly.
Well, no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, if you want a cheap flight right now, guys.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case, doesn't it? Yeah. But Japan is far from clear. There's nearly 200 people with it there officially.
Yes.
There's rumours of more.
Shutting schools and things, which is a lot for 200.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Something's going on, I feel, in that region.
And of course, they've also had the ship issue as well. Just off
shutting down museums and staggering workplace hours, and so perhaps more than has been tested yet.
Exactly. So it's what do we do, really?
So there's the direct flight option, which you miss out South Korea, but you've still got all the Japan issues and possibly temples being closed and things like that. So it is looking less and less appealing.
It is.
As time goes on, as much as we would love to go, and we will go next year or the year after. We're determined to get to Japan.
Oh, definitely,
But maybe not this year. But some other options that we've got.
There's France. Isn't there, as an option?
Hey,
absolutely.
Got a slight travel book addiction.
Just slightly.
You should see the bookcase. So
3 shelves. Yeah.
Okay, Japan, obviously.
Yes.
Which
I'm beginning to think that's out. Really.
I came up with some ideas that avoided airports entirely.
Yes.
Because we're in our geography, obviously we've got ferry routes to Ireland and Paris.
I thought we were going to swim.
You're swimming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the rest of us are getting first class.
That's charming.
With the saving, Just
Lovely.
grease him up, he'll be fine. So obviously Paris, you can get a ferry across to an island the same. The other direction, you can get a ferry. And I really quite fancy the island one, actually.
Yeah, Ireland does sound good, actually. Yeah. France, we've been a lot.
We have been a lot.
Yeah.
And also mainland Europe.
Yeah.
A bit ropey.
It is at the moment, unfortunately. It's heading this direction, that way, isn't it?
Yes, and Ireland, obviously, lovely views, but then the temperatures aren't great. It's like 8 degrees in Ireland in April and possibly raining the whole time. So that's not ideal for that one. Other ideas, the kids are very keen on Walt Disney World. Amy wants to come if we do this one.
Exactly. So it'll be party of 4 instead of party of 3, so just a little bit more expensive.
3 adults.
Yeah.
Great. So there's that. Or wildcard Brazil, which...
Well, I actually went there on business a few months ago. I really liked it, but of course when you're on business you don't really see much.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
So I was working very, very hard, day and night, and so it would be good. I liked the atmosphere of Brazil. and it's certainly an option, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, I've never been. Slight safety concerns, more having to be extra vigilant, I think, than being in true danger. People swiping a phone off.
It seems to be small crime, doesn't it?
It does, although if you lost your phone, you'd be pretty upset.
You would.
If you're trying to film on it.
Exactly. Or if you filmed all day and then you lose it, that would be a disaster, wouldn't it?
So upsetting.
Yeah.
So I love a trip when you've got a number of things to do, like Slovenia. I keep raving about, as you know, and Brazil has got the towns, and it's got beautiful waterfalls and rainforests.
I mean, stunning waterfalls. I mean, it looks far better than sort of like Niagara Falls. It's just amazing, isn't it?
It does look beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's an option, but
it is.
Yeah, we really don't know what to do.
We don't. I mean,
so what would you do?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Could you tell us in the comments? And any of you guys booked up to go? And what's your deciding process on this?
I'm sure there's not just us that are in this predicament. Easter's obviously a popular time to be going away, and I'm sure everybody's sort of thinking, what do we do? Do we still go? Do we go somewhere alternative? Do we stick to the UK or your own country? I don't think I want to do that.
Glamping in the living room.
No, that's
lovely.
That doesn't sound much fun, does it?
Exciting. But of course, we only knew of this outbreak 6 weeks ago, and here we are. And in another 6 weeks, for all we know, they may not want us to go anywhere.
Well, it could be significantly worse. Yeah, I mean, as you say, it could be Japan saying we don't want the British coming in because there's 1 million people with it. We just don't know.
And I think it's inevitable that we will probably get it. It's just fingers crossed it's mild, because I mean, having had swine flu when that went round, 1 minute it's nowhere, next minute you've got it. So these things just move like wildfire.
They do.
So fingers crossed that we all get it mildly when we get it. If that's all of you guys too.
Yeah, exactly.
Or better still, not at all. But
that would be preferable.
That would be good. But so did I say about the insurance policies? That they only pay out, the insurance, as you know, I'm sure in your countries too, insurance policies only pay out if your government says you cannot go. Yeah. And then they go...
Or recommends against travel.
Recommends. Strongly. Yes. Only essential travel.
Unfortunately for us at the moment, Japan is perfectly fine as far as the UK government's concerned, and South Korea, the two main cities that are affected, are ultimately out of bounds.
Yeah, so we're waiting on that to get full refunds.
We are.
If they play ball, because they're going to be overwhelmed, obviously.
Yeah.
They're going to be trying every loophole, aren't they?
Exactly.
I'm afraid you were having an ice lolly at the time you took out the policy. It's our no drip policy, or something like that. Yeah.
In all truth, you can see these insurance companies being in real trouble if they've got all these to pay out, and also, of course, the travel agents, the airlines. We're entering a time when all these businesses, could be going out into liquidation.
And there's also the moral dilemma that you have as a parent. I'm sure you know yourselves that you're taking along a child who, however vocal they might be, and Jake has many opinions,
just a little.
They may not make. You're taking a child, not an adult, and they can't fully consent, if you like. They've got a child's perspective and they take your lead. So there's always that slight.
There is that responsibility, isn't there?
That feeling of doing the right thing. And then getting your priorities balanced between wanting a lovely holiday and not putting yourselves at risk. Obviously, no one wants to. But when you're taking a child, the last time we had this,
that's right. It was the America tour, wasn't it? So back in 2003, we went on a 3-month tour, which is literally straight after the I've just got that wrong.
9/11.
Yeah, it was 2002, I think.
I wasn't even listening to
So it was 3 months anyway, going around America, whole circle tour, 12,000 miles, and we will be showing you that on this channel at one point.
Yes, once we're monetised.
Yes,
get subbing, guys.
Get us monetised. You won't, I know.
Oh, that could be an incentive not to sub. Who knows?
Well, that's true. Yeah, I think it would be a great loss to the world,
to humanity.
You're not seeing that. So
get subbing. All your friends.
But yes, I mean, Amy at the time was 3 years old, wasn't she? Exactly, and
it's just a little girl, and we'd all kept all the tellies off when all the attacks hit, obviously.
Exactly. So she was totally oblivious.
Clueless, as a 3-year-old should be. But yeah, that was a struggle.
It was a struggle. Yeah, I think getting on the plane, and I think it was almost worse because of that. Because you knew,
flying over the major cities of America as we went in, and looking at everybody, anyone looking a bit shifty at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
as if you can control.
But you looked pretty shifty.
I felt a bit shifty.
Yeah.
So tell us, what would you do? And tell us in the comments. And any ideas or advice, please help.
Exactly.